Hello everyone, this is Al Kabir, the analyst, and today I want to talk about Gardner Johnson having a little case of the Twitter fingers and calling out Jonathan Gannon and how I feel about it. This is Al Kabir, the analyst. Salute to Gardner Johnson. I'm not gonna lie. First thing when I seen it, I'm like, yo, Gardner Johnson got a burner account and he tweeted from the wrong account. When I say immediately that tweet was deleted, almost immediately that tweet was deleted. And look, as much as I agree with him, I think Jonathan Gannon put the defense in the wrong position. Like, okay, the pass rush ain't working. Cool. As reported, the grass was overwatered. That's going to cause slippage. That just is what it is. But he didn't find a way to adjust to that. He didn't find any way to adjust to it, and it cost us the Super Bowl. It is what it is. Like when content creators call it out, like when fans call it out, reporters call it out, but something about the players calling it out, I don't know, man. Especially with Gardner Johnson being a free agent, it could turn a lot of teams off, so it can mess up his money. It could possibly even turn us off. And look, I get it. The emotions is probably still high because it's still high for me. So I could just imagine the players who actually play the game literally for a living. So, yeah, I think Gardner Johnson was wrong in this. And, you know, Jonathan Gannon, he been taking accountability. He said, I should have adjusted. I was wrong. Like, and he know. As much as we want to blame other stuff, and other stuff play factors into it. But that defense was literally the main reason why we lost. Like, you got to put 80% on the defense, and the rest of it is the other little stuff like the quest drop and things like that. That's like 5%. And it just, like, the defense is why we lost. 70 to 80% of the reason why we lost. And Gardner Johnson, he came to play. Like, besides Jonathan Gannon bad play calling, he came to play. Hell, I even hated it when Fletcher Cox did it last year. You know, Fletcher Cox called him out like, yo, I'm a defensive tackle. Like, I don't drop in coverage. Like, I want to go get the quarterback. But Gannon had Fletcher Cox dropping the coverage. Something I didn't agree with, but I also didn't agree with Fletcher Cox calling him out. And Fletcher Cox was right about everything he said. Gardner Johnson is right about everything he said, but it's messy. It's Twitter fingers-esque. It caused commotion. But Jonathan Gannon is not here. We're not sure if Gardner Johnson is going to be here or not. But, man, I'm not used to this with Eagles players. Let me say this. I love AJ. I love Gardner Johnson. But most of our players usually don't tweet like this. Like, you don't see Devontae Smith really tweet like that. You don't see Jalen Hurts tweet at all. Miles Sanders, Dallas Goedert. I'm not used to the social media things when it comes to Eagles players. So this is something I'm trying to adjust to, especially superstars, because A.J. Brown will speak his mind on Twitter. Gardner Johnson will speak his mind on Twitter. They will also delete some tweets too. So it's the little Twitter fingers things I really don't like about these two. But they play and all that. I think it overrides it. But back to the subject. Yeah, Gardner Johnson was wrong. It was messy, man. It was messy. Call it what you want. I know we all against Gannon. It was messy. And yes, I still want Gardner Johnson in Philly. But it was definitely messy. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel, man? Am I tripping? Am I overthinking this? I personally think it was messy. My opinion. But this is Al Kabir, the analyst. Goes.